Conversations with Rick and Eric.
Which part?
How did you ruin your mouth?
I burnt the fuck out of my mouth because I bit into a jalapeno cheddar pot out of the air fryer and shot glazing juice on my mouth.
Go on. There you go.
I would say don't break that fan, but I think Rachel buys them in bulk from the dollar store.
Oh. I just wanted to emphasize my point one time.
Right on.
Now that I've done it,
We're good.
has everybody tone thingy changed to that?
For the Instagram thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't change it, so
Oh.
it must have. I didn't do anything with it. I don't know.
Everybody's iPhone I'm around now. It's like, woo, like there's an end call, and I'm like, I didn't know I was on a call to begin with. And I got very confused.
I don't know. I did an update and shit changed.
I don't like change.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Wider Range of Conversations with Rick and Eric. I am Eric.
And I will be ring announcer Rick shortly when we do the actual introductions for it's the state of wrestling.
Yeah.
It's like the State of the Union, the Gettysburg Address. My address is not on Instagram. I don't know. That's all I had.
Right. If you are not a pro wrestling fan, I apologize. You can still listen to us make fun of shit.
The movie especially.
Yeah.
This movie. While I thought, hey man, we're doing a wrestling episode. We should pick a movie with wrestlers in it. And when I saw Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies, I thought, how bad can it be? Oh boy. The answer is pretty fucking bad. And we're gonna make fun of that to no end. We'll get into that later, but it's also it was a lot.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle's in it.
Yeah. So, I may or may not insert a speech from a gentleman, that now I'm brain farting his name. Ex-wrestler named Mike Quackenbush, who,
That's a cool name.
speaks at a conference about, people calling wrestling fake.
Or maybe it is because so many of us cannot bear the sound of the word fake. The risks we take to entertain our fans, the sacrifices that we make along the way, the passion that we pour into this pursuit of ours, all of that is very, very real. And it cuts like the worst kind of insult if someone were to summarize your risks and your sacrifices and your passions with the word fake. What's important to understand is that pro wrestling fans do not enjoy what we make because, well, they must not get it, right? They don't understand what it is. They think it's legitimate. No. Just like when you crack open a Harry Potter novel, or you tune into Game of Thrones, or when you buy a ticket to the newest Marvel movie, you check your disbelief at the door. And you expect that in exchange for this, you'll be provided with an escapist experience. That's the magic of it.
It wasn't until recently I realized that pro wrestling is just straight drag.
What? Oh, because of the costumes.
Let's
and
face
shit.
it. Well, and it's athleticism, and you have to learn to do things,
Yeah.
and it's just that's the way it is, and I love it for both the things. I love the pomp. I love the circumstance. I love the general air of everything. But before we get into that, I'm going rogue. I haven't even told you that I was going to do this.
Okay.
So the thing that's tomorrow, well, I guess whenever you listen to this, like it's the Super Bowl is tomorrow from the day that we're recording this. Mm-hmm. And I'm coming out with a prediction.
Taylor Swift's going to win.
Taylor Swift is going to turn heel, and then thus her boyfriend is going to win the Super Bowl because of her heel turn, and it will rock the football world.
So she's going to dump him right before.
No, opposite. I think I don't know what she's going to do.
She's going to get caught fucking Usher because he's the halftime show.
Well, if it was Nick Cannon, yes. Something is going to happen where she is going to turn heel because she's already got kind of heel heat on her right now for no reason, because people just like to tear apart women in this world. And on top of that, everyone is just going in, Taylor Swift's going to be at the Super Bowl, and I couldn't go to the Super Bowl. Bro, you weren't going to go to the Super Bowl. You know how expensive a Super Bowl ticket is? What are we doing here?
Are people literally blaming that they can't go to the Super Bowl?
I'm not fucking kidding you. I'm not fucking kidding you.
What the fuck?
There's 4 or 5 people on the end. They're like, well, Taylor Swift gets to go, and she doesn't even know what a first down is. You don't know how to wash your own ass. Let's talk about it.
On top of the fact, like, there's nothing against, this is no slang against women whatsoever, because there's a lot of women that know a shit ton of football because I don't know shit. But there's a lot of women that just hang out with their fucking boyfriend and shit because he's there with his friends fucking watching football.
Yeah.
And it's something that he likes. So they're just participating as the proper girlfriend or a couple sort of thing because he likes it.
Right.
So fucking get over it, dude.
For real.
Probably fucking single as shit, too.
I want to know where these people, I should say, are going to find that money. Because you know what ticket she's going to have? It's not going to be your standard ticket. She's going to be up there in the bleacher, in the whatever that is, the VIP.
The VIP box.
How much money do you think that is for the Super Bowl? Guess.
I don't know. Have you seen how much food and shit they put up
Yeah.
there?
So I think a normal standard ticket is like in the thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine that would probably be my full year salary to get that ticket. Shut up.
Right.
Are we done now? Can we not ever talk about this again? Like, just let it be over. Like, we all know professional sports is just as much of a work as, wrestling is that we're about to talk about today. So there's my hot take.
Right.
And then I know, not that our friend Jason, every time we tell it to him, he always gets really pissed off, and people do that too.
Oh, that all sports is work?
Yeah. And if you're telling me right now, in the year of our Lord 2024, that with all the money that is put into this, that somehow just by happenstance it always goes to like the final game of a series. Come on. Come on.
Right.
You can't figure it out? You're being lied to, and it's okay. Enjoy your thing, and I'm just enjoy the ride.
Enough with the foosball. Let's move on to some real fucking sports. We're talking about pro wrestling.
Hell yeah, brother. In this corner, from the pits of chaos, he is Kurt Chaos. I vocal fried the fuck out of my voice. I miss doing that, though. That was fun.
Oh, am I supposed to do you now?
Well, it's rude of me for you not to reciprocate.
I don't remember where you came from, though.
It doesn't matter. Where was that from? Probably your mall goth store.
Okay.
If I'm reading myself properly.
And on the other side of the table, coming in at 7'2", or at least taller than Ethan Page, from Hot Topic in the Saginaw Mall, we've got Adam Exodus.
Now none of us have. Yeah, none of us have a voice now to
No,
do the show.
Show's over. Mouth is scoring, throats are blowed out. We're fucking heavy gay porn over here.
Well, go.
At least we didn't get kicked off any show.
Yeah. There might be 2 episodes with us.
So, I have some notes, shit, and whatever. Some things, so, to be honestly open, I fucking hardly ever watch WWE. I'm very much a AEW, other things, indie wrestling dude. We are also going to be mostly talking about some of the bigger ones. So, but I would like to say, check out IW.TV. It is a subscription service where you can literally see a shit ton of fucking indie wrestling all over the place. It's sweet to watch a bunch of young dudes that you will not see on TV, but eventually might see on TV. There's dudes that pop up on Ring of Honor when we watch it that I have to fucking tell Rick, be like, oh, this dude's awesome. I've seen him before. So
It happens at least once a week.
right. You can also subscribe to Fight. I think they changed their name to Triller now. They also have GCW, MLW, OVW, and a bunch of other shit on there that you can watch that's also not mainstay on TV stuff, but again, it's all good shit. GCW's got some deathmatch wrestling. Also, the independent shit's got all the crazy fucking deathmatch shows. We saw our friend Mongo on there a few times.
Shout out Mongo, we love you.
And yeah, so right now we'll start with the biggest shitstorm in the world, and that's going to be the world of WWE.
I love that they're doing literally whatever they can to keep us from talking about this.
Yes. So right now they're we'll just run down the list of their fucking current champs. Roman Reigns is their Universal Champion. I don't know why it has it down here.
Why does that title have it's like a paragraph? It's the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champions of SmackDown.
It's listed down here as 2 belts. So with him, there's been a whole thing. Like, we'll get to the whole Vince thing here.
Yeah.
So then the World Heavyweight Champion, who is Seth Rollins now, who is hurt at the moment, apparently.
Oh.
Raw Tag Team Champs are Judgment Day.
Good.
And SmackDown Tag Team Champs are Judgment Day. Did not
Even
realize
better.
they had both belts.
That's great.
Rhea Ripley, I love you.
We do love Maria.
Women's champ is Io Sky.
I like
Is
Io
that
Sky.
is
I like
it
Io
Io or
Sky.
I always fucking.
I think
names.
both. I've heard him say both.
Yeah.
So sorry, Miss Sky.
Miss Sky.
I like her. I thought she was really going to be a flash. Well, do you want to go through and talk of our opinions of each one of them?
Or just whatever. Women's world champ is Rhea Ripley, aka Fearboner. WWE Women's Tag Team is the Kabuki Warriors. U.S. title is Logan Paul, which pisses us both off for the reasons that you would think people are going to be, oh, they're pissed because it's Logan Paul. No, we're pissed because Logan Paul stepped into a fucking wrestling ring and was good.
Too good. Like, I want to hate him so badly, and I do. Don't get me wrong. If I were to see him in real life, I'd be like, "You're a
Piece of shit.
you twat, waffled, shadow boner, colossus, fucking, iconic, awful piece of shit. You turd shit."
All the shits.
Yeah. And then he would go, "I know, I'm that good," and I'd be like, "You cocksucking piece of shit, you're
Not
right."
wrong, yeah.
And I'd walk away from him.
The last one is the Intercontinental title, who's the longest running Intercontinental champion in history, which would be Gunther.
Which, hell yeah. Honestly, go Walter.
Right. Slash got his name changed to somebody after Hitler, and yeah. But yeah, so right now, the biggest thing that's the biggest shit show in WWE is the huge Vince McMahon allegations, quote unquote.
And you've looked into it more than I have. I started looking into it, and I'm like, it's like a shit onion.
Yeah, I got through so far, and then I just stopped reading because I was reading the actual submitted fucking thing. And from what I read from the thing was that Vince lived in a fancy condominium fucking community thing.
Yeah.
On this girl also, I think her name was Janet.
Yeah, it was a real normal name.
Also lived there. He found out she was down on her luck, so started promising her all this shit if she would do stuff, and of the sexual manners.
Yeah.
So he was doing that. This is kind of paraphrasing everything. He did eventually get her a job, but used her for the same thing, and then started sending her to other people for her to use her for the same thing, and to wrestlers and to whatever.
Yeah.
And there was one instance where she was in a 3-way with him and some other dude, and Vince pooped on her, and then proceeded to make her fucking do whatever for another hour before she could get in the shower and fucking wash off. And there's a bunch of other shit, him fucking making her send videos to Brock Lesnar, fucking peeing and stuff. Why are fucking rich people so weird with fucking pee and poop? Happened with Trump.
Yeah.
Is it why? I don't is it
Girl.
you reach a fucking certain tax bracket and you're like, nothing gets me off any more than piss?
Listen, when we were on the other podcast, which we'll promote at the end of this as well. When they said we went on a family vacation and me and you looked at each other like I could fucking never. I don't think I'm in the right tax bracket to offer you this explanation.
When they went to fucking Cancun for Christmas, and
Yeah.
I'm like, motherfucker, I went to Canton, Canton, Michigan,
Motherfucker, I went to my living room
right?
where we looked at pictures of other people on vacation. That's where I did. You know?
Yeah.
We might have had the good turkey. The one that wasn't 20 cents a pound that we found outside. You know? But I could never know.
Yeah.
And this is why that I have that little part of me that's like the activist that's just like, ooh, we should take their money because clearly they're just going to use it to do awful things and to literally shit on people with.
Yeah. So this thing is fucking blown up, and now people are kind of that aren't in the company anymore. Kind of like I knew there was fucking
Yep.
levels of hell and shit going on, and just try to fucking keep your head down and fucking not get caught up in shit. There was the recent thing with that Ashley Mazzaro chick that ended up killing herself. That she went to Vince about that she was raped at one of their things at the army bases.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't let one bad experience ruin what we're doing here, and just blew her off.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's come up over the past few years, that he's a big piece of shit, apparently.
And the thing is, I think even us as fans, we knew it, but at the same time, what do we do? We can't really.
Yeah, well, he's gone now.
Yeah.
Gone.
I don't. He's never going to come back at this point.
No.
And what's funny is, for a long time, I always wondered. I'm like, why isn't Shane there? Like, I always liked when Shane was on my TV. Shane McMahon, his son.
Yeah, Shane was the best.
awesome.
He fell off shit all the time.
He really was a professional faller, but he was awesome. And I always wondered. I'm like, dude, why isn't he like? He should be like the next in line.
Yeah.
And then you find out he's just like, yeah, he knew about all that shit. And he was like,
nope.
That's why at a very, very, very minimal level he was there. And I'm like, well, makes a lot of fucking sense now.
Yeah. On top of Vince being investigated for other shit before this, with like,
Yeah.
and that's like inside trading, whatever the thing, and doing his best to fucking stay out of jail.
Yeah.
Just fucking be like Martha and own up to it.
Yeah.
Go to fucking federal prison, put your time in, get your hood card, and come out. Don't snitch. She didn't snitch, did nothing. She went in, fucking did her years, and came out. But
Well, some people just aren't that cool.
yeah. And so now they're doing this whole thing and trying to do everything they can to make people not think about it, which kind of worked because Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble. That was a fucking mouthful.
Cody Rhodes won the war. Oh yeah. New Seashore moment.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes won the 2004 Men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he got the choice to choose who's wrestling for the belt. Well, Seth Rollins is hurt right now anyway. But they decided to bring The Rock back. Who else to fucking make everybody not think about Vince and be excited is to have The Rock come back and be like, fuck you, Cody, I'm wrestling Roman Reigns. Which caused a stir. I don't know if you saw the shit on the internet of the hashtag We Want Cody.
I'm not for it at all. The situation.
And they were handing out We Want Cody fucking signs at Raw. Like I said, I don't really watch, but apparently it's going to happen, Cody versus Roman, because he said I choose whatever. But Rock went full-blown heel on fucking Cody and said, like, that's, nope. Like, so, I don't know, the whole story behind it. I just saw a picture of their whole fucking bloodline tree of how all the Samoans that have been in the fucking business and shit. But, yeah, they're doing everything they can to try to pull away from Vince.
I'm still not a huge fan of The Rock after the whole Hawaii thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you are worth damn near $1 billion. And you're like, hey, why don't you donate some of this money to help save my backyard?
Right.
Oprah, I'm Oprah. I'm going to hang out with Oprah. People like Oprah.
Oprah.
Rock, what are we doing?
But yeah, we'll move on here.
And given Cody's a punk ass bitch,
Oh yeah, fuck Cody.
but he deserves it more than The Rock does.
So then we got AEW. Their world champ is Samoa Joe.
Which, thank God.
He's the only person to hold Ring of Honor, TNA, WWE, and AEW world champs.
Who's the world champion in WWE?
For a little hot minute.
No.
TNT titles, Christian.
Which he's having the run of his life too.
Yeah. In which people are like, oh, he hates it there. Like,
Does he?
no, it's just I read so much shit online of fucking WWE fans and AEW fans just shitting on each other and saying shit. It's just fucking
Stop.
Yeah, it's just enjoy wrestling, guys. Women's title is Rick's favorite, Tony Storm.
No. It's timeless, Tony Storm, darling. Get me a margarita. Fucking love her.
TBS champion is Julia Hart.
She's cool too.
Yeah. Tag team titles, which just changed now, aren't Ricky Starks and Big Bill anymore, but Sting and Darby.
Yeah. Go them.
Trios titles is the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn, who is the most in shape fucking 60. I think he is 60.
He is.
60-year-old man I've ever seen. And then the AEW International title is Orange Cassidy.
I like all of them, honestly. I was gonna say the Acclaimed was getting a little stale, but now that they've formed that, like,
The Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
yeah, that's a little bit that, and there's just really not any trios things happening right now because they're about to lose another trio. House of Black's leaving.
Oh, I saw it was a rumor.
Oh, are they? If they sign, cool.
I'm not sure, but yeah. Fuck, I'm trying to think what to say about AEW.
Yeah, the world's hottest trios team is up for another shot. That's cool.
Who?
That's FTR and Daniel Garcia.
Oh,
They're the best for other reasons. It's the same time that I've heard multiple times that you're like, or not you, but Mark especially, be like, who is it that uses? Oh, it's Tony Storm who uses the ass attack, and they're like, I'd pay for that.
oh, yeah. Or no, it was Naomi does it. Too.
Oh, you're right.
It was Naomi.
Women use their ass as weapons often,
yeah,
and they
in
should.
real life and in wrestling.
That's a clip right there. That's a clip for the show for sure. I think right now, personally, AEW has some of the best storytelling in wrestling right now. In the Swerve Strickland and
Adam Page.
Adam Page stuff. That match last week was, again, as a recording just before the Super Bowl day, blah, blah, blah. That 30-minute match was incredible.
Oh, yeah. When they went to the time limit.
Yep.
And
now
then he
it's
wanted 5 more minutes, and
Yeah.
Adam Page said, no, fuck you, because now you can't get in the belt.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want Swerve to be champion so fucking bad. But I don't think it's going to happen yet.
Right. Apparently, he got a call from WWE asking him to come back, and he didn't answer.
Why would you? He's literally like just a C-word hair. I can't say that word on here. I can say whatever I want, technically.
Yeah.
He's-
a cunt hair.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's that close away from being a world champion. And I think it's going to happen this year for sure. It's on my 2024 bingo card, which we can go back and look at.
It is.
He's ready for it, and I think he's got just the popularity to do it this year.
All right. And so we'll jump through Impact, which we just started rewatching when they rebranded back to, I'm sorry, TNA, not Impact.
Yeah.
They rebranded back to TNA, in which their fucking president, Scott D'Amore, just got fucking fired.
Yeah, you showed me that message.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's because the company that owns them, he wanted more money to get more, they're on a hot run right now since they rebranded. We
Yeah.
started watching it, more people were tuning in.
Yeah.
So he wanted a little bit more money to try to grab some more people. And they told him no. And they were thinking about actually cutting the budget, I think. And so he flat out just tried to buy the company so he could just walk away from them and do what he wanted.
Yeah.
And he had bank backings, everything, and they're like, nah, you're fired.
oh,
And then they lied to everybody and said that he resigned, and then later found out, all the wrestlers found out that he was fired. So no one over there is happy right now.
which sucks because it was such a good, like, since that pay-per-view,
It's been good.
Been good.
Yeah.
All good shit.
Their world champion right now is fucking Moose. which is a big ass black man.
And when I saw him, I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna suck. And you're like, no, give him a chance, Rick.
Yeah.
And he can go still.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with him too, where he was like, he asked somebody to pick the Mount Rushmore for TNA, and there's like, you didn't put yourself on it, and he's like, just talk to me in 5 years. I like that confidence.
X Division champ is Chris Sabin.
Fuck yeah, Chris Sabin.
Tag team titles are held by ABC, which is American Bullet Club.
It's already been chewed gum.
And
I say that in my head every time.
digital media champion is Crazy Steve. Knockouts champion is Jordan Grace, who we saw show up at the Royal Rumble
That was cool.
with the TNA title and everything.
Yeah.
So,
That's how you knew that Vince was no longer in charge, because he would have fucking died if that happened.
right. And knockout tag team champs are Decay, which are the chicks with the mask. I think you said you called them the tattooed lesbians.
No, that's MGK 40,000 or whatever.
Oh,
MDK?
Yeah.
Is it MDK?
no, it's MK something, but I only remember MK because I think it's Mortal Kombat.
Right. And to be precise, I called them the Mortal Kombat TATU lesbians. And I sing, "Not gonna kill us" every time they come to the ring. And it makes that quite entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah, quite. Very humorous, yes.
Very humorous, yes. So I guess it'll be interesting to see what happens with all that now that their president's gone.
And they got Nick Namath now, which aka Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that too.
Yeah, I never thought of that, huh?
And then we got Ring of Honor,
Which I just started to watch now with you guys, which is this weekly thing of what, 2 days a week wrestling is pretty great. It's 5 days for you, isn't it? Because I watched
Wednesday, Thursday, and then Rampage is Friday. Collision's on Saturday.
we used to watch Monday, so
Yeah, and then Thursday is both Ring of Honor and Impact. But yeah, Ring of Honor you can catch on the Ring of Honor Club. It's a service. It's like $9.99 a month, but you get like all the backlog of all the fucking old Ring of Honor shows. If you watch any of the ones from Detroit, you may or may not catch me and Rick on camera here and there, especially Rick. You can see Rick's face in two of them specifically. The one when you were front row, and then the one when Samoa Joe and the Briscoes and them went outside, and we all ran outside.
oh yeah,
When one of the Briscoes did the fucking shooting star press off the top of the fucking trailer truck outside. Yeah, good times. So their world champ is my dude Eddie fucking Kingston, the king of the bums. TV champ is Kyle Fletcher, which is the dude from Aussie Open, which I have to remind everyone because he's fucking bulked out and nobody can fucking recognize his ass.
I don't know
now.
what happened to him, but which is good.
Their pure champion, which is Wheeler Yuta. So that championship, there is specific rules where they can't use any closed fists. They only get 3 rope breaks and a few other things, so it makes it more of a technical wrestling kind of style and more of like open hand strikes and shit like that. People get slapped in the face a lot.
They do.
Tag titles are the Kingdom, and then the women's title is Athena. And then the 6-man tag titles are Bullet Club Gold.
Hell yeah.
So,
Although our boy Ethan Page should be on that title soon, because I think they're gonna make that championship he's going for is open, isn't it? Or is that the TV championship?
no, it's not. The dude from Aussie Open is the champ. Yeah.
I don't even remember him. See, look, Ethan, I know, just go for it, man. Whoop some Aussie Open ass. We're also a little biased because we love Ethan Page, but
Yeah.
this is a pro Ethan Page podcast.
Please bring back your Toy Hunt videos because I miss them.
Yeah, or just come on the show. That'd be great.
That would be sick.
Except I'd be like, Ethan Page is on the show.
I would fucking rent out a conference room at the fucking motel for that. Just drag my computer there. It's just a big room and just the one little table.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, shall we dive into this?
Jesus fucking Christ. This is towards the end of the movie because it's not going to be long. I'll do my best to just... This is going to be like... when you go get your stitches removed and they just kind of... and just hope for the best?
Yeah.
Here we are.
All right, so here we go into pro wrestlers versus zombies.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, pop, and alcoholic beverages. It's movie time with Rick and Eric. You've got to take it and let it go.
So, you got the breakdown for us on this fucking hemorrhoid of a movie?
So, Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies is a 2013 sports action horror film that was directed by Cody Knotts. An early version of the film was shown at an international horror festival in Whitby, England in October 2013. And the movie was released to DVD
That's it.
on March 28th of 2014.
And you got them like an AOL disc. You never asked for it. They just showed up.
Along with a limited theatrical release. The movie was funded partly through a successful Kickstarter campaign and through private funds from 3 investors and stars, including several former WWE and current TNA wrestlers that portray themselves fighting against a horde of zombies. So what happens in this movie is...
Do you want me to do this first then?
Oh, yeah,
I got
yeah.
So, IMDb gave this a 3.2.
Okay.
That's generous. This is more like it. Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies on Rotten Tomatoes, 19%. That's about right. And I think I had the and then on Letterboxd, oh, what the fuck? 2.4? No. We watched something different. I personally rated this a 1-star movie, and I think my review for this movie was it would have made a better Best of Backyard Wrestling video game.
Which is a good game. That game was fun.
I'm saying, yeah. Like, if you had this happening in a Best of Backyard Wrestling game situation, and just you could get stars to put in there,
Yeah.
good enough.
Right.
You don't. This doesn't need. This isn't a movie.
So, pro wrestler of the franchise, Shane Douglas, catches his girlfriend, Taya Parker, cheating on him with his friend, Brutalizer Billy. I didn't realize that was his name. At the locker room of an independent wrestling show. Later that night, as Shane and Billy are wrestling in the ring, Shane performs a pile driver, aka a tombstone, that results in Billy's death. Billy's brother, Angus, swears revenge and summons an ancient demon, which gives him the power to create a horde of zombies in exchange for eating the heart of a female victim, a nurse whom Angus kidnaps from the hospital.
Which, come on,
That whole
what is?
first there was a thing where she went outside to check her makeup, and there was a body on a gurney, and it was just somebody fucking around. We were like, did they just leave a body out there?
Yeah. I don't.
The only thing I remember from that is that after she got turned into a zombie, the cut mark was on her stomach and not on her chest anymore from where she was supposed to have her heart removed.
Yeah, she had nothing there. She's like, oh, I'm a nurse. And then suddenly out of nowhere, this guy's like, and like in fucking just in the middle of the day, just in the middle of everybody, he's like, you know what I should do? Rip out this girl's Jello heart and eat it. Oh no, because you're right. She kidnaps her and does it in the basement.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
But every zombie in this, and they just look like they got guacamole smeared on their face.
They're all green.
So I call them guacamole zombies. So that's a thing.
Right.
And who's the guy? I want to know who the guy was, who was the air quotes demon. That was just a guy with like red eyeballs. That's just like, done.
Oh, I think that was his brother. Or no, that was supposed to be the yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. It just says an ancient demon. Anyway,
You know what would have been great if they would have gotten Paul Bearer for that?
if he was still alive. The Undertaker would have made more sense to control a horde of
Fuck yeah.
zombies than this fucking guy.
I'm saying.
6 weeks after the event, Shane is offered a huge amount of money for an appearance at a wrestling show taking place in an abandoned prison. Which, if you've ever been to an indie show, does not sound surprising.
Honestly, I was like, yeah, that checks out.
We've been to flea markets and such. Shane agrees to make the show and travels to the prison along with his old friend, Roddy Piper, who travels with his girlfriend Sarah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Matt Hardy, and his girlfriend Rebby Sky.
How the hell did they get Roddy Piper in this movie? He is an excellent actor.
I don't know. They probably gave him enough money.
At this point, he's like, well, fuck it. I'm going to leave it to my descendants anyway. So,
Right.
R.I.P. True Legend.
Yeah. Shane learns to his distress that Taya will also be at the event. Meanwhile, Angus has lured numerous pro wrestlers, including Kurt Angle, to the prison and has turned them into zombies. In which case, there's a fight scene where Kurt Angle fights a bunch of fucking zombies.
Yeah. He rips off one of them. Like, he does his ankle lock
and
tears his whole ankle off, and he's just like, whoa.
The zombies have retained their wrestling abilities, and when the wrestlers arrive at the prison, they are ambushed by the zombies and trapped in the wrestling ring until Angus commands the horde to kill Shane and his friends.
Can we talk about how much Shane Douglas sucks in this movie? Like, I don't think he's that bad in real life, is he? Like, I guess I don't know.
I've
him.
heard stories that he's a piece of shit. But...
Well, he's like, oh, I like how just every 5 minutes they're like, don't trust that Shane. He'll stab you in the back. And I'm like, you know, if you say it enough times, I'm starting to believe you.
He's the franchise.
Well, so before that, though, before he goes to the show, okay, they're sitting down at, like, I'm going to call this, like, Shane Douglas's, air quotes, house.
Okay.
And he's just like, franchise, go pass the fucking salad, you stupid bitch. And then, like, his nephew or whatever is like, you gonna take me to the show? And Shane Douglas is like, fuck yeah, I'm taking you to the show because you're my number one fan.
Yeah.
And he takes him out there and he's just like, just kidding, kid, get the fuck inside.
Right.
And I'm like, you just told him he was gonna go.
Yeah.
And then literally the kid goes in the house for less than a second, and I think Shane Douglas genuinely forgot something. And he's like, oh shit, I forgot something in the house.
Yeah.
And then he goes in there. Chaos. Bedlam. There is like just shit everywhere. And then isn't the kid is a zombie? Did they show that?
He didn't. The kid went back. Shane left.
Oh, you're right.
And it was like 30 seconds. The kid went back in the house and fucking shit was smashed. And the zombie lady was eating the fucking family and shit. And yeah.
Like, how did, what?
Yeah.
That was fucking quick.
Yeah. So,
And then we get to lockdown. You know what would have been better? Paranormal, like, if this isn't a thing, TM. Preemptively TM. You get a bunch of pro wrestlers, you put them in a lockdown, like, of a haunted area, and do it. No, because that did happen. Wasn't New Day or something like that on Ghost Adventures?
I have no clue.
I'm thinking it might have happened. Anyway, TM. That's a better movie than this shitty zombie movie. Boy, is it bad.
So, Shane, Piper, and Duggan unite with Taya, indie wrestler Facade, who's awesome, and pornographic actor turned wrestler Matthew Rush, and take cover in a locker room. Shane explains to Piper what happened to Billy, but Piper assures him that Billy's accident was due to inexperience and the fact that he did not tuck his... I actually have papers. Head in order to protect himself from the tombstone. The group find a way out of the locker room, but Rush is overpowered and killed by zombies. Matt is separated from the group after they catch him fucking his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And, after a brawl with a zombie in one of the prison cells and is overpowered and disemboweled by the zombies, he crawls back to the group, but quickly turns into a zombie and bites Rebby, and the wrestlers flee.
There's also a really shitty scene at this point where Matt Hardy is just like, oh, and he does this weird stuff and gets away. And you're like, $5 says somebody blows a knee out. And then literally 10 minutes later, Matt Hardy falls off of something and he blows his knees out.
Yeah.
And then they show it like, I think it's Remy's grabbing onto him. And then he's just like, oh, babe. And then like they pull it and then make it seem like he gets like split in
yeah,
half.
like he's yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Bleh," and she's like, "Oh," and then we like, this is. Oh no, because even at the beginning, we're like, this is why Matt Hardy has like 1,100 children.
Oh yeah, because all he did was make out. That's all he did the
That was
whole
the
movie.
movie.
Yeah, half the movie was him making out, and then they were fucking.
Yeah.
And they got caught fucking, and then he fought some zombies, and then got torn in half,
Yeah,
and then bit her, and then maybe she fucked his lower half.
well, maybe, or there isn't a lower half to fuck.
It got eaten.
Yeah, she's pissed she couldn't do it. Yeah, after that, literally, it's just like, and then they come across like Shane Douglas fucks over Hacksaw Jim Duggan because he's in the middle of the hallway, and he's just like, brother, I can't do a Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
He thanks him. Yeah, he thanks him for helping him 30 years ago. They have a sentimental moment. He runs in the other room and locks the door. Fucking locks.
Yeah,
Jim
literally
Duggan.
a second later, he's just like, fuck you, Hacksaw. And then he gets over. He does pretty good against the zombies, but he's only using his 2x4, and I don't know that that's optimal. And that was it. They eventually come across him later in the movie when he was just like a zombie.
Well, it's Piper. Yeah. So after that, Piper. I don't know if it's in here. So Piper ends up finding. It's like a whole moment. He finds Hacksaw. And Hacksaw's all fucking fucked up as a zombie, so he has to use Hacksaw's fucking board to.
Yeah. And he grabs the most disgusting end of that 2x4. It is just covered in like, whatever they used for blood in this movie, it's covered in that. And he reaches down and grabs it, and he's just like,
yeah.
And they make a weird noise. And that his girl, okay. Is that his girlfriend in this? Does he even put that in the notes there?
That's
his
what it says, but like it wasn't portrayed that way when she looked like she was fucking giving home dude, that promoter dude, fucking.
Yeah, I think maybe at the end I could see that.
Yeah.
But even during, it was just like her. She has like her Fifth Element like outfit on. She looks like Lilu or whatever who that is from the Fifth Element.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I've got a knife. Fuck you, zombies. And just starts like whooping ass. And then Roddy Piper never gets a weapon. I think eventually he gets a crowbar.
Yeah. He has a crowbar.
For 90% of that movie, he's just like, punching zombies. What? Come, Roddy Piper.
Right. Let's skip ahead here. So, say Piper and Sarah reunite, find a way out of the prison while Angus confronts Shane, who tells him that he's glad he killed Billy and that he'd do it again. Angus commands his horde to kill Shane, but he fights them off and manages to escape the prison. Piper and Sarah see the zombie horde leaving the prison and realize that if they get to the city, that it could lead to a full-blown outbreak, and so decide to stay and fight. They manage to fend off the zombies, but Angus asks for and receives more power from the ancient demon. Shane escapes the prison soon after, and Piper confesses that he knows that Shane killed Billy on purpose. Heartbroken that his friend would do something so careless, Angus summons another group of zombies who turn out to be Shane's family, including his brother Troy, his nephew Nicky, and his mother. Shane pleads with Angus to turn them back, but when he refused, he tearfully makes the decision to kill his family members to spare them a fate worse than death. With Shane emotionally broken, Angus summons more zombies, and Shane is finally overpowered and killed. Piper and Sarah notice that every time the zombies, the zombie of the nurse Angus originally turned is hit, the other zombies seem to suffer damage as well. They realize that she is the original zombie, and to kill her, which would break the spell and cause the other zombies to die out once and for all. With his army of undead defeated, Angus tries for one last kill shot at Piper, but is overpowered and killed. Piper and Sarah embrace and rejoice at having survived the entire ordeal.
And that's it. Let's never talk about it again.
Yeah.
Normally, I would interject with funny things that happened in this movie or things I thought were funny. You'll notice I didn't do that. Gee, I wonder why.
We were 30 minutes into this movie, and I went, how much of this is left?
You did.
And there was still another hour.
We watched this with Mark of the Marky Mark and Matty Ice and whatever
Yeah.
podcast. They're on hiatus, and we still miss them. But he was the only one who's like, "This movie's fucking awesome," and I'm like, "You are." Shut up.
It's because of the wrestlers.
Yeah. Well, the only thing that we did want to talk about is the soundtrack in this was a fucking banger.
That was the best thing in the whole movie. I was
Yeah.
headbanging the whole fucking time.
It's like you were listening to like an early 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s soundtrack to like a video wrestling game.
Yeah.
I was like, so, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
I
just leave it
know
on?
one of the bands was called Dead in 5, which is like the number 5, not FIVE. And there was another one, I'd have to look it up. But yeah, the jams were sweet. Most of it was just that filled up most of the movie because all of it was mostly action, quote unquote action scenes.
Come on. We
with
did
the
better
fucking-
action movies than the short films we were in.
with the music. So I don't know, what did you give it on, what did you rate it?
I won. I did it at the beginning.
Oh.
I'm like, we're just getting, once we're done with this.
Oh.
This is like, I know people who have, I got nothing fun to say about it.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Classy Matt said movies like this are like bad for your health when I told him what we were watching.
He's not wrong. I haven't felt great since we watched it. Yeah. I do have an ending though. Let's not talk about this movie ever again.
Okay.
But you know what's funny?
And that's gonna go in the friend box and gonna get thrown way out in the ocean.
Well, they can't all be bangers. And I was trying to tie something in that wasn't just like I'm a wrestler and I'm a bad guy, and like drama thriller thing. And I tried real hard. And when you give I went out there and I gave 110%,
110%.
and sometimes the dividends just don't pay off. And so because of this, last night I went to the gym. And I'm like, you know what? I really fucked up in life. I got to start doing better.
Okay.
I'm picking shitty movies. I'm getting fat. On my way out of the gym, I put this on my Instagram story, but sometimes people don't watch both of them. I'm just doing my thing, okay, did some cardio. And then I slip a little bit. I'm like, holy shit, I slipped on. Thought it was, it's Michigan. Even though it's been like 60 degrees. Maybe it was ice or water or, whatever. It was a fucking banana peel. I slipped on a banana peel.
You told me that, and I told you that I saw something that happened to some other dude
I'm a cartoon.
in Kroger, like literally the day before. He was like walking around the corner, and I saw him slip, and he was with his girlfriend. He looked down, and it was a fucking chunk of a banana peel, and he's like, "Did that just really happen?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. My life, I'm officially a cartoon now. I'm going to start saying things just like animatedly. Animation. Animator.
Yeah.
Animatee.
Careful, because you might get thought bubbles, and then you're just getting in a lot of trouble.
Oh, God.
One Up Games and Repairs in downtown Bay City and at Green Acres Plaza in Saginaw has all your pop culture needs. Grab your favorite video or board game. Need your phone or console repaired? They can get you squared away. D&D Adventure League on Monday or video game tournaments on Saturday. Check out One Up Games and Repairs at oneupgamesbc.com. So I'm going to end this out with one couple things here. We had one thing where we had wrote down of groups of people or a section called You Don't Owe Us Anything.
Oh, good, yes.
And one thing that came up after you mentioned that section, I don't know if you saw this, but Hall of Famer and hardcore legend Mick Foley is planning on losing 100 pounds to do one more death match for his 60th birthday.
Fucking why?
And I saw that on I think it was something with his Instagram or something like that. And yeah, that's his plan is over the next, for his, I don't know how old he is now. He might be 59, but he's planning on losing 100 pounds and doing one more death match for his 60th birthday.
Stop, dude.
He was just on a GCW show. It was their Christmas show, and he came out dressed up as Santa and put somebody through a plate of glass and shit, and that might have put the spark back in him. Who knows? But it's not a man. That is a man that definitely does not owe us anything.
Most wrestlers don't owe us anything.
Yeah.
Like, let's preface this, but there's specific ones. Like at this point, honestly, RVD,
Oh, yeah.
you owe me nothing.
And he's still out there.
Yeah, like killing it, honestly.
Well, I mean, this dude's fucking got his own weed company or slash CBD weed.
Does he? That's
And-
awesome.
And he also is out there fucking in orgies with
What?
with his wife and his wife's girlfriend and his wife's girlfriend. He literally has like he's married and then has his wife has a girlfriend and then he has a girlfriend and they go fucking have orgies.
Why not?
And yeah,
You know, consensual adults. Whatever. Who cares?
and I swear to God, I don't know if you ever watched the episode where he's on Hey EW, it's like listening to fucking Ud talk. With like mannerisms and shit. It's crazy. So
Yeah, you know, RVD can get out there and have like multiple partners, and I can't get a text back. You know, I'm not jealous. It's fine. Moving on.
I don't know. But that was my big you don't owe us anything, especially
At this point, Sting too.
Oh, Sting, yeah. Sting's out there killing. I mean, but he's just about done. But he's been out there killing it since
Yeah.
he came to AEW. WWE signed him. He got fucked up by Seth Rollins, and they're like, "Sorry, we're not gonna have you wrestle anymore." And AEW's been letting him do it by his call. If he's not feeling it, he won't do it. But I still remember reading the one thing with that spot of him before Jeff Hardy came back and wanted to do the spot of jumping off the balcony thing on a Darby on the table.
Yeah.
That Sting volunteered to do it. He's like, "I'll do it." And Jeff's like, "No, I'll do it."
Yeah. How could you? You know, stop it, man.
Yeah, fucking dude's 63 jumping off of balconies and shit like
Right?
that. But yeah. And then I wrote down some current favorite fucking jams for entrance music.
Skirt, skirt.
Yep, that's my number one. Is Swerve Strickland and fucking Prince Nana's dance that you see all over TikTok. And if it does not become a fucking thing on Fortnite, I'm gonna be severely fucking disappointed.
You can't see it, but I'm doing it right
Yeah, that shit comes on when I'm in the grocery store and I'll bust the fucking the dance out in the middle of the fucking produce aisle. Undisputed Kingdom is another one, but I'm always been a sucker of all the music of fucking all the groups that Adam Cole is in.
now. It's a little
so.
whatever right now, but it's good.
House of Black, because their
Oh,
shit's
yeah.
fucking awesome. Their entrance is fucking dope. We saw it live. It's even cooler when it's live and shit too.
100%.
Jericho's Fozzy entrance is always a classic, just because everybody sings.
Judas, yeah.
Yeah.
Judas, Judas, me.
I was kind of just like clicking through fucking a list to see because there were some that I forgot, like fucking Bobby Roode's fucking Glorious.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
What happened with him? Why didn't they do? No, let's not.
Well, his neck is broken. He's never gonna wrestle again.
Oh, that's crazy.
He
I
had
didn't
a
know that.
bunch of surgery. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to wrestle again.
R.I.P.
The Rascals, just because they have a bong rip at the beginning of their fucking entrance music. Kenny Omega's music is always a jam. A theme that was never used was the Ass Boys. For
Oh yeah, that was with
yeah, we're the
Danhausen.
Ass Boys. Yeah, when he made up their name for them and shit, and Sony did music for him. And then there's the Acclaimed, which is mostly home dude fucking freestyling, so
Yep.
it's not always the same. And sometimes he says some wild ass shit, which is pretty funny. A few times he's gotten himself in trouble with it.
You know what? Go for it.
Right.
I like Max Caster a lot too. I think
He's got a bunch of fucking jams on the AEW game.
Yeah.
And so does one of the Gun boys.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Not Colton, but the other one.
Austin.
Yeah.
Why do I know both of them? That's crazy.
Because they've been getting better ever since they've been with Jay White.
Honestly, because remember, like not 2 years ago, we were like, "Fuck those guys,"
Yeah.
and now they're like, "Oh, they're in Bullet Club."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our all wrestling episode. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, I'm sorry. We'll be back to our normal bullshit next episode.
Yeah. It's Eric's pick, so we know that I won't fuck it up again.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to. I'm kind of torn, so I'll have to figure it out. And then we're gonna start up here on fucking then doing the TMNT movies.
We should just start then.
I don't know if we have anybody for the first one. We might just do the first one ourselves. Mark wants to be on for the second one. I'm gonna have Classy Matt on for the third one, so we can make the most terrible one even more terrible with all of his information. And then I completely forgot about the Michael Bay one, so I guess we'll figure that shit out too.
The first Michael Bay one is almost as bad as the movie we just watched.
I don't remember who the fuck asked me about it, and I'm like, yo, the Michael Bay, the story is completely fucking
The second one is good.
Oh, it was Jason. He was like, how are the Michael Bay ones? I'm like, the story's completely fucking different because it's their fucking her pet that got lost down the drain instead of whatever. Yeah. Anyway, regardless, let's finish this up and hit him with the fucking socials.
So before we do that, you can also check us out on Basement Beer, Banter, and Babble. Did I say it right?
No, he did not. You weren't even fucking close.
Basement Bar.
The Basement Bar, Beers and Babble.
I think it's my gimmick now. I'm just going to say random B words in there until I get it right.
Basement Bar, Barf and Bubbles.
Basement Bubbles, Beers and Boats.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Boats and homes.
Basement Bar, Beers, and Babble.
Yeah.
Did I say it right this time?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Gold star. We're going to be on the next, well, I don't know when they're going to air, but we did record those last week. So hopefully this week they'll be released. If not, Eddie's in charge of that. You can also check us out. Speaking of which, we're on the 989 network, which is 989.network, which I think I'm going to have to, before I leave today, record a spot.
Oh, okay.
A spot. Personally, you can check us out on Instagram and I am not charted on all my socials. Eric is _Eric___989. The show is wide a range of convo, and I think it's the same on TikTok, which we have to do the Trixie and Katya before I leave. It's gonna be great. Look for that. Just laughing at my own joke now. We're gonna do drag queen stuff. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I seem off, the movie really was that bad this week.
Yeah, that and the fucking weather here went from fucking 62 to fucking 35 in a day.
Yeah.
Both of us are just, our sinuses are fucked.
So I did this thing. My mom was like, hey, if your throat's ever screwed up, you eat some marshmallows. And I did that earlier, and it's helped a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in them that makes your throat better, but
Maybe it's the same. It's like the same consistency as cum.
oh, well, that hasn't helped me in the past. So anywho.
Yeah, on that note, we will check you guys out next episode. Next episode and next episode. And the next episode to the next episode. I hope you join and tune in and fucking, I messed this all up. Join the conversation. I was trying to do something cool.
We do it again. We should do it at the same time. Let's see if we can do that together. Ready? And so hopefully next time we invite you to join the conversation. Ping. Straight.
Did you enjoy this episode? Then check out more at 989.network, Mid-Michigan's premier podcast network.